They can put up a mass wave of 200, 300, 400 aircraft.
We have to anticipate there'll be additional surprises.
What happened in Desert Storm has set the tone of military operations as we think about the future enabled by new technologies. What are they? What do they mean for the Navy? How can the Navy move forward and lead the Joint Force to embrace new opportunities? I think the Navy was not prepared for the joint environment it found itself in Desert Storm.
The Navy had always been sort of a reluctant partner in the joint world. We used the mantra of we will always operate in support of the commander that needs us. And we always sort of capitalize the words in support of rather than under the command of. I think the reconstruction effort showed some of the issues that you have when you're trying to deal with a real-time problem and you can't see the whole picture.
Our goal is to try to gather all of the data, all of the facts, all of the events that actually happened and why it happened. And from there, figure out what are the implications for the future. They had come out with a very high percentage of Tomahawk hits. And the way they did it was they looked at every Tomahawk target, and any one that was destroyed, they counted every Tomahawk that was launched against that target as having arrived. But the truth is only one really had to arrive to destroy the target. So the truth is you really knew one arrived. You didn't really know how many more than one.
We didn't know exactly how many Tomahawks arrived at the target. And you really had to know that if you were ever going to use them again, because you had to figure out why they didn't arrive. Why did some arrive and why some didn't arrive?
As the fleet commander, he needed to know what he could count on Tomahawk to do. Did he need to launch one or did he need to launch five if it came up again? And we were able to help him understand that as well as lead to changes in the weapon system and the performance for the future.
I was very pleased because they really went down to the minute detail. One fact was not enough. You had to have several facts in a row to really point the way. We need to have people doing what Christine and the folks did then, looking at every event that takes place, no matter how small. We can't say that what we did 30 years ago fixed everything. It's a different environment today, and we need to take advantage of every issue that pops up to take a second look at it.
There were a lot of implications that came out of Desert Storm and out of our reconstruction and analysis for naval operations in a joint environment going forward. I think it led to a lot of change. I think the whole experience of Desert Storm all kind of came down on OpNav, and that was a big deal. And I think Navy took it very seriously and went forward, but it was not easy.
You can now listen to the full interview on the CNA Talks podcast, available on all major podcast platforms.